Hi, welcome back to Geeks on Dice. Curse on Dice, session 17, no title yet. Waving excitedly, of course, is Connor, a versatile diecaster, aka Stony Tark.
Hi.
And our resident Huckleberry, Koopa over there, would be Mikhail, who plays Millie Sweetberry.
Yeah.
There's also the disembodied voice of Brandon Rainey, who is also my cousin, who plays Grevin. I forgot the name. And then our beloved half-orc Dovin will not be here today. Jared is taking care of a sick baby, which is far more important.
I'm sure his name was Kevin.
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 Right? Billy Bob.
Are we sure it wasn't Devin?
Oh, no reason.
Okay, so last week, the party had a bunch of high-spirited hijinks full of rainbows, lollipops, and soft, fuzzy kittens.
Rainbow.
And then things
happened. He means giant hairy spiders.
Giant hairy spiders. And by rainbows and lollipops, I mean phantom warriors and revenants. All of which obviously was resolved because everybody's still alive. Believe it or not.
Somehow.
Millie also... The party also had their first interaction with Bobble, the candle demon, which Sana had struck a deal with previously. Even though she's no longer here, he still remains that he's a deal, and he intends on keeping his end of the bargain. Because that's what lawful evil characters do. Because some people respect the law, Millie. But everybody took a long rest, of course. Things happened off camera that you guys don't know about. Boot. Millie found a locket, which may or may not be important, that when she opened, took her into essentially a different dimension of a faraway place that you could find out about on a different series on my channel. Possibly with the other Connor. And then she went to sleep and had a lovely dream about changing into a raven. Yeah. If you recall, she had gotten lycanthropy from an unknown source unless you watch all the videos and paid very close attention to what happened in certain places. There's a very specific moment when that happened that apparently I only know about, so...
Still trying to figure out their reasoning.
Maybe one day you'll figure it out. The rule of cool. Just because I want...
Probably when they try to get revenge and kill me.
Maybe.
My turn.
But right now, the party is held up in basically an old bedroom of Argenbostholt. And yes, I learned how to say the name. Finally.
Largentoast.
After Largentoast. After, what, 5 sessions of being in here, I think?
Oh, yeah.
So, we'll start right there. Stony studying the skull. And you're reading through the book. Roll a general intelligence check with advantage.
Good thing it was advantage. 16.
16? 16 or 6?
16.
Okay. So you're reading through, and some of the blurry lines and funny shapes become clear to you in Gnomish. In fact, and it says, after the assault by Argenvost, Strahd von Zerovich had him trapped into his human. I had this written down. Believe it or not, this was like the only note I had, and I forgot what I wrote down. Strahd had him executed by beheading while trapped in his human form. Because if you recall, again, this is not in the this part's not in the book, but if you recall,
He was a dragon.
Arthos was the dragon. Yes.
Silver, I think.
Yes, silver dragon.
Solid.
That's why it's the Order of the Silver Dragon.
Makes sense.
Yeah, there you go. But it says he was beheaded. His body was allowed to be returned to his crypt on his estate, whereas his head was kept as a trophy by Strahd until it was stolen and has not been seen since.
I have a feeling we've seen it.
That's all it says about it. It's got more fluff and information that I forgot because my notes disappeared.
Huh. So I think this is the skull of a dragon.
Let's go on now.
This is a locket of a demon.
It very well could be.
Oh, try opening it. See how it goes for you.
I'll open it.
It's a real fucking trip.
You want to open it?
Sure, why not? I'll open it. Kraven will go through hell again.
So, as you open it,
Oh dear.
everything flashes and then turns dark.
Oh.
And when everything comes to, you kind of feel yourself drawing towards something, and you're essentially flying through the stars. And then you find it's a random planet that you don't recognize the geography from any map. And when you can see things, you see a strange landmass, and it is a gigantic landmass. But you can make out the distinct shape in this landmass. It looks like a wing. And there's a chain of islands curled like a tail. And as you get closer, it kind of looks like at the very end of it, it looks like some sort of giant reptilian skull. You smack into the ground. And you can just feel energy flowing, or magic energy, arcane energy, I guess you'd call it, flowing from the earth into you. And then in a flash, you're back in the room.
Okay.
Yeah, see the thing where his eyes did, where they just glazed over? I imagine that was the trip.
That still looks like a dragon's body.
Oh, I saw a desert and volcanoes and just shit show all together.
I think that actually might be a dragon head.
Wait, so you
Don't
saw a
make
desert.
this thing.
You saw a desert. You saw a dragon head. Let me see that. Stony takes it.
Of course, Stony would. Stony Tark.
Stony better see Rotan. Just
Rotan?
fucking gardening.
Watch, he's just gonna see Wobbo.
Wobble, wobble, wobble.
You're going to see home. That'd be funny because Rotam is from the same place as Wabo.
Wobble.
So I'm guessing Stoney's looking into it.
Yep.
So, Stoney, as you gaze into it, you feel yourself transported through dimensions. And it's kind of a familiar feeling. You had essentially the same feeling when the hand took you from home into Barovia. So you kind of recognize the sensation. But where you land is strange. You're more of an ethereal entity. You're not quite corporeal. And you notice you can fly, and you kind of drift around for a minute, and I'm sure you play around with that for a little while. But where you're at, it's cold and covered in snow. There are giant fir trees, like pine trees. And as you're flying around, they're covered in snow. The air itself tastes sweet. As you glide up and you see above the treetops, you see a It looks like a castle or a palace made of amber rock. You see mountains in the distance that are a gorgeous cocoa color, again, topped with white. Everything tells you that this should be a happy place, but you have a constant feeling of dread, even more so than when you're in Barovia here. And then you snap back into the room.
Okay, I'm not opening this back up.
Oh, did you see the scary desert place?
No, I saw mountains and it felt worse than here.
Mountains? Why would those feel worse than here?
I don't know. Maybe I'm secretly afraid of heights and I didn't know yet.
Well, where did it look? What was the sky like?
It was probably overcast.
Pristinely blue.
It was blue. And there
But-
was like snow everywhere and it smelled great, but I don't know why it felt horrifying.
It sounds like you're accustomed to the shit show that we're in. I don't know. Maybe you're just a fucked up person.
That is very possible.
Nasty stuff. Blue.
Clouds of white. Sing louder for the camera. No, I'm just kidding.
Make sure to show your teeth.
So after you guys play with the locket, what do you do?
Well, I never touched that thing again.
I guess Millie.
Tony's gonna pat Dovin on the cheek and be like, "Hey, are you waking up yet?"
He'll kind of grumble and sit up
Or whatever.
and try to drink wine that he doesn't have,
Oh, he's on
and then
wine.
just look very sad.
Hey, Tophin, look into that locket.
Dovin opens the locket. He's again stares away for like a second, and then the locket closes, and he just hands you it back and says, "Never make me open that again, please." He looks very, very sad.
Nobody likes the locket. And I put it back in my bags.
Locket's sad. No,
We
it's,
just can make Strode look at it, and maybe that'll give us the advantage we need.
Strahd just breaks and starts crying.
Strahd just sees the dream that he can never attain, and that final taunting breaks him.
He sees Barovia, but happy, and he's married to the person he wanted to be married to.
Oh God,
we can be that cruel. if
that'd
we
be
need
horrible.
To be. We can be that cruel if we need to be. I'm fine with that.
I mean, these are apparently ways to defeat Strahd. So
Really?
Times.
I remember reading that in the book.
you read the
Yeah.
book?
Then I don't remember half the book, so
I do.
Well, I think we should hold on to that, not look at it again, unless we're giving it to someone we want to kill. Or
Or
just
I,
make really
curious.
depressed.
because while the desert was awful, it wasn't. There's two kinds of scary. So far, most of Barovia has been, oh, this is scary, but you could deal with it. Scary. It's kind of fun afterwards. But then there's a real scary like that, like the hag people in Strahd, and that's the scary that even I feel. That's fear even I've noticed. That's not jumping off of a 30-foot building. That's
what you been doing all day, actually?
It's not spraying acid close to your fingers.
you should avoid doing that. Your fingers need feeling.
Stony just looks at his gauntlet, then back to Millie.
My fists have been hard.
I thought the gauntlet was kind of the protective measure.
I mean, yeah.
You've burned yourself before, haven't you?
Yeah.
Can you catch fun on
Or was it
fire?
veins?
Yeah, that happened.
I also burned Dovin once. Sorry, Dovin.
And you
He's just staring longingly into his wine flask.
That's all right. I've slipped sulfur into his drinks more often than I can count.
You need to get this man wine ASAP.
I frequently forget about it, but Millie's tool proficiency, other than thieves' tools, is actually alchemical supplies.
Really?
Yeah.
Good to know.
Hey,
This guy's
working towards like the Amber Palace or something.
So, what about the Amber Palace?
Weren't we going for the Amber Palace or something?
Well, we were going to, but then we realized it'd be fucking cold.
Why don't we look around here for coats?
Why don't you look at that skull?
I did look at the skull. It's a dragon skull.
I'm gonna put the skull and lock it together. Have the lock it open
It's a
from
dragon
the
skull, Stoney says while holding up a clearly human skull.
You open the lock in front of the skull's eyes.
I mean, the skull is very dead.
No.
It's very dead.
Very dead, very big.
It's like bleached. So what's the move, guys? What do you want to do?
Should we explore?
I want to give Stoney a lesson on basic anatomy.
Is that code for coming onto him?
No, listen. See, he
vaguely
was in his
sexual.
human form when he was beheaded, and then his head was kept at Strahd's palace, and then it was stolen, and then it wasn't seen again until now, probably.
Oh. So, you think that belongs somewhere around here then?
I mean, the rest of him is somewhere on the estate, yeah.
I mean, he got kind of screwed over by Strahd. I feel bad about him being separated.
Yeah, we should probably put this back.
I don't really want it on me. It's kind of bad luck.
I'm already looking. I already look horrified. Just let me hold the skull.
You said there was like a crypt or something, Stoney.
He's buried in a crypt here, yeah.
Well, let's try and find it.
You will recall, Millie, you spent quite a bit of time in the graveyard yesterday.
Oh yeah.
But you did get a glance at a building at the back of the graveyard that you suspect could be the crypt.
Might be that big building in the back of the graveyard.
Is it a new day, by the way?
Yes,
Okay, good.
it'd be a new day.
Sweet.
There's still blood on your mask.
I know.
That mask looks super creepy.
I don't doubt it. I want someone to draw this mask.
I really wish Jana was here to draw this mask.
Just wooden cat mask, blood coming out the eyelids.
I was about to ask if it would be technically be a graveyard, but then I remembered there is a chapel in the building, so
It would be a cemetery.
no, it'd be a graveyard. Cemeteries are not necessarily involved with the church, whereas graveyards are.
Oh,
Yours.
yeah, I'd never remember which one's which. I can barely remember what the difference between stalactite and stalagmite.
One's in the ground, one's pointing out.
Most burial places in Idaho are actually cemeteries because the LDS Church doesn't do personal graveyards,
Mhm.
and that's the predominant religion. So yeah, most people get buried in cemeteries around here.
In case people don't, also where they make the potatoes.
Although there is a graveyard
Fueled by dead
not too
people.
far away in Pocatello.
Way to offend a whole state, Zach. Good job.
Yeah, if it's my state, good. I need it.
Hey, controversy is key. That's how you get famous on the internet.
True.
Okay, so I got to find the page. Because you know right where it's at. You ran by it a bunch of times. Dovin should be here for this, but he, again, sick baby, so he can't be here. I need to find...
The child must learn strength now.
Huh?
The child must learn to survive on its own.
Be nice to Dovin's baby. What the fuck?
It's like 2 months old.
Right? So,
As you walk up, yet?
As you walk up to it, it's a tarnished... You can see tarnished, silver-plated gargoyles shaped like dragon wormlings clinging to the stone tile roof of this mausoleum. An 8-foot-tall, 4-foot-wide, white marble door set to the southwest wall is engraved with the name Argynlust.
What's that say? Argon, Stony. Stony, help me, please.
It's Flargen toast.
Oh, Flargen toast.
With me,
I
man?
recognize that now.
Argynlust.
Can't see Zach.
I know you can't see. I'm not even going to point it out because you can't see the little bitty letters.
I can't even see the. I can barely see the book.
I know.
Damn, my glasses.
Brandon's glasses are broken, so he can't see the book.
I can't see anything really.
Useful to me, not useful to him at all.
Stoney's
I
gonna
can't see his handbook unless they push my face in it.
drag his hand without the gauntlet on it across the front to see if, like, is there a visible door?
There's a visible door, but it's kind of just a big marble slab.
Why are you patting the door?
I'm trying to see if there's like a mechanism to open it because there's no way I'm strong enough to push this.
Is it a good door?
It
Or
was
is
a very
it a
good
bad
door.
It's a pretty door.
I'm not melting this door. That'd be disrespectful.
It also looks like it would take a while.
Open the door.
You got to roll a strength check to open this
That's why
door.
Stoney didn't try.
Here, I got a trick right here.
Billy hands him a crowbar.
What'd you get?
16.
The crowbar would give you advantage.
Yeah, 6. I don't have any. I don't have anything to strength. I have a 10.
It was a DC of 15.
Oh, I made it. Sweet.
So as you walk into the interior of the mausoleum is dark and dusty. You see 4 empty alcoves with raised floors. Etched into the far wall is a verse written in Draconic.
Languages do I know?
Everybody's looking at their languages now.
Oh, I already know what my 2 languages are. They're pretty.
Stoney is the one wizard I've ever made that doesn't have Draconic as a language.
I know common and
The
celestial.
guy who made Draconica.
I speak common and celestial, so.
I doubt Dovin knows it.
Halfling in common.
I don't know the languages Dovin knows. I'm sure it's just like half orc and common. Orcish and common.
Yeah, he has the soldier background, so I don't know if he gets an extra language.
I mean, I can just write it down. We can find something to speak Draconic later. I'll do just that, just be safe. Unless someone here knows the comprehend language spell.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Stony.
Look at these squiggles on the wall.
You also don't have comprehend languages. All right.
I take weird languages, so I thought I wouldn't need it.
Can I attempt to understand it? Make a wisdom, I guess.
Make a wisdom check.
Let me see.
Either wisdom or intelligence, whichever is better. You're a monk, so I'm sure it's wisdom.
Yeah, it's wisdom. Just leave that here. 11.
You're pretty sure it's a language you don't know.
Guys, it's a language I don't know.
Well, that's not very useful.
I can tell you it's not celestial.
Well, as long as this doesn't say, "Ye who passes this point will die a terrible, painful, awful death," we should be fine.
Stoney's
So?
going to take out a piece of paper, and he's just going to, like, press it on the ground where the letters are.
It'd be on the far wall.
He's gonna press it on the wall where the letters are.
Charcoal over it.
Yep. Just so that we have it saved.
Roll a dexterity check.
Dexterity.
Oh, jeez. It's okay.
Not a
Stoney's okay at these.
Oh, jeez.
Not a saving throw, it's a check.
Not dexterity or religion check? Is that what you said?
No, not dexterity, but not a save.
It's not a save, it is a check.
Hey, nat 20.
Okay. You get no charcoal on the beautiful marble wall.
That
I was worried it was a trap.
Nothing like scaring you guys a little bit. I enjoy it.
That was a waste of a 20.
I get it perfectly on the paper and nothing on the walls.
Exactly.
Tony's gonna roll like shit for the rest of the night, and you have taken this from him.
Yep. So you don't see like a casket or anything. You guys get the vague feeling that it might be one of those situations where the body is like buried underneath the marble floor.
Oh,
There's like a small pedestal where there's like, it looks like there used to be flowers or something. There's like there's actually dirt inside vases on this pedestal. You figure if you're gonna leave it anywhere, leave the skull anywhere, it'd be a good spot to leave it.
that's what I was about to say. I'm not digging through this fucking rock if you want to just put it on that and call it a day.
Stoney's gonna reach up and he's gonna try and put it on the pedestal.
Millie
Roll
will,
a-
Millie
roll
will
a-
give him a boost if it's
Make a
necessary.
what check?
With their powers combined, they equal one short human.
I could just put it on there, guys.
No, let us do this. We need to prove that we can.
They can do it themselves. They can reach the top shelf together.
Together.
I love short characters.
If Stoney really wanted to, he could reach the top shelf by himself. But he doesn't.
I mean,
know
you have
how to
mage
reach
hand,
the
I'm just
shelf
saying.
right now.
So you guys, Stoney stands on Millie's shoulders. You guys put the skull on there.
Giving him a full 2 feet and probably about 2 to 3 inches of lift, depending on how big her head is, because she's only 2'10".
Big head.
Done.
That's
Done.
fair.
Zach, what
Like,
kind of check did
4
you say
inches.
earlier?
4 inches of lift.
I was just messing with you.
I'll make a check anyway to not fall off. Yeah, that's a 14.
It'd be a
to not
dexterity.
fall off her shoulder.
Dexterity acrobatics check.
That'd be 14.
Yeah, you're good. And don't worry, if you fell, you can't take really any damage. It's not a very far fall.
Yeah, it's kind of like rolling off a mattress that's only on the floor.
Yeah, basically. It's more surprising than anything if you do fall.
Does it look like two children trying to reach a cookie jar?
If you even notice.
So as you guys do that, you might even stop and like give your respects for a second. And you turn around to head out. And as you go to head out, the door closes.
I'm going nowhere.
God damn it, Stoney. What did you
Why is
do?
this my fault?
You're the one who put it up there.
The room begins glowing white.
This is either really bad or really good.
You know, usually the bad things are like this weird purplish color or gray or green.
Stony, the arcane energy crackles in your blood. Kevin, you recognize celestial energy for briefest of a second. And then you
The
hear a
arcane-
cracking. You hear a
Arcane
crack.
focus on the palm of the gauntlet is glowing like a fucking beacon.
You hear a crackling sound behind you. And then a yawn.
Turn behind.
So when you turn around, the skull is sitting on the pedestal with full skin and long black hair.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Once again, that was a man from my neighborhood who was known for yelling out his name during fairs.
Do what?
Jesus Christ was a person in Millie's neighborhood who was known for yelling out his name in inopportune times.
Severed head.
It kind of, the eyes looking around.
It's looking.
And it says, where am I?
It's dogs.
You're in your crypt, I think.
Are
That's
you
a-
Argynvost?
No, I don't know who Argynvost would be. I'm
Oh.
Argynvost?
Yes, that
Oh,
one.
Morgan Toast. Good to meet you.
Oh,
What? 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 You said I'm in my crypt.
Yeah.
yeah, get here.
That is unfortunate. And where is my body?
I
Down
say
there.
I was under a few feet of marble.
Well, at least my body's safe. Why didn't you put my head there?
Do I look
It's
like I
kind
can
of hard to lift a ton of marble.
Right, so last thing I remember was we had nearly defeated Strahd,
Yes,
Keep
you were
it.
beheaded.
and
Well,
now I'm.
You didn't win. Strahd's still in power.
That's again.
I'm sad to say, likely all your allies died.
Talking.
You see the eyes look up. The heck
Ah,
came. Yes, I am a talking head. Okay,
why are you?
I did not want this.
However, we're currently trying to fuck over Strahd, with the big D, and if you got anything that could help us on our way with that, I suppose you're not his biggest fan.
No, not really. Apparently he killed me.
Yep,
What happened to my horde?
Your horse?
Your horde,
Good question.
probably pounding at the gates of Strahd's castle every night in misty, spirity form.
No, not horde is in lots of people. Horde is in lots of money.
Oh,
The doctors arrived. We're saved.
yeah. Where is your horde? I'm very interested in this question.
Well, last I knew, it was on my home. I guess you could say dimension, planet, something like that.
Yeah, we're not there. We don't know what the state of your horde is.
Rovia.
Well, tell you what, if you kill Strahd, I'll let you know where it's at.
Oh, where are you from? Because I kind of just want to go home.
He kind of ignores you, and he looks up for a second and says, "What do you mean I only have another minute? I can what? Okay, that'd be cool."
What?
Who are you talking to? Are you a crazy person?
Well, it is
I
a
like crazy
disappointed
people.
head. I wouldn't be surprised if he's cracked. That's a lot to load on a man all at once.
You don't see
He's not a
the
man, he's a dragon.
wait. You guys don't see the big guy with the gold robes and oh, okay. Well, I guess you wouldn't.
Father.
Because I'm dead. That's why I see you. Oh, well, that's messed up. The weird one in the bunny mask.
It's not money.
To be fair, one of the ears is probably broken off by now.
Yeah, probably.
It's even more horrifying than it was before.
He says Kevin.
Yes.
What do you mean Krevin? What kind of fucking name is that?
Don't insult my. Wait. What? Who are you talking to?
Oh, so the big guy over there. Yeah, I'm not pronouncing that fucking name.
It's Kevin.
He's surprised you're still alive.
Just call him Kevin, Devin, or Levin.
Oh, and good job not dying. Also, he's disappointed in you letting the other angel guy die.
Stony
Oh.
Pass.
The fuck is an S?
I never met him.
To be fair, neither did we really.
You said I have a limited amount of time, and you're wasting my time sending your messages. Why don't you fucking talk to him? What do you mean you can't? You're talking to me. Go away. I'll be there in a minute.
You seem to have a very contentious relationship with your god.
How can you help us?
I don't think he's a god. So apparently, there's this thing I can do that well, I can't really explain it. Let's just say it'll help you with the damned souls that are cursed forever, trying to seek out their vengeance. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, check this out.
Help me play this guitar without taking damage to my brain.
Maybe.
Maybe learn to play guitar better? Some lessons? I hear there's some awesome things on Greg's list.
Greg's list. Dovin's list.
Where can I find this list, and who's Greg?
It's a joke you'll understand in a few thousand years. Now, oh, right, you won't live that long. You're not a dragon. Huh. Wait, I'm a dragon. I didn't live that long. Anyway, I only have moments left, so check this out. And then you see...
You've got a text message.
Why?
The doctor appears. I can help you out, Barovia. Jump in my...
You see that you got a text message.
I just got a message about a puppy. I'm pretty excited.
Yay.
Puppy.
So,
And they call me Puppy Love.
you see, basically clawing from the ground, a headless... You've seen ghosts. You've seen spirits. You've been in Barovia for a while. Especially Millie. You've seen a whole shit ton of them a while back.
Yeah. I'm starting to get used to them, honestly. Like,
It stands up and does that stupid ass stumble around looking for the head thing,
You've got
and the
a
head's
text
like,
message.
no, over here, you dumb shit,
I got it.
right here.
I'll guide
And then
you
it
by
finds
this.
the head and puts the head on it. It's okay. And when he puts the head on it, it doesn't really put the head on it. It lifts the spirit out of the head, and the skull stays there. It looks like the skull again. It's done. Okay, you're gonna want to get the fuck out of here before I do this. When the door cracks open.
Do what?
Tony leaves.
hey, don't have to tell me twice. That was interesting.
Look at the skull.
Skip
No,
it.
leave that here, you bastard.
Oh, we're using it.
No, it needs to be sealed. You need to leave it in here. This is still the spirit saying this. Leave my body alone.
Okay.
You're in a grave, Rob.
I guess I walk out.
So you all leave. The door shuts. Connor's gonna miss the cool part because
That's
it's small.
good. Stoney probably is just overwhelmed.
Right? He's probably trying to ask questions as Dovin's picking him up and carrying him out.
Oh, reincarnation.
But what about this or this? Oh, no.
Basically, yes. I hope Connor comes back and watches that. So, as you guys leave, the door closes and the whole building glows a bright white. And then a bright white beacon shoots from it and into the sky.
Oh, that's fancy. Wonder what that would have done to us.
And it just stays there. It's brilliant. It's quite blinding. You have to kind of do the whole cover your eyes thing. Like when you close your eyes, you can still see the brightness. And when you do this, you all suddenly get something that you really haven't had lately, especially in the last day with being in this house. And it's a faint glimmer of hope in the back of your mind.
I hope we'll have to say we entered this house.
Oh, that's a nice feeling. It's a lot of light to give me a small bit of hope, but I suppose it works.
And surprisingly, it's not a fleeting feeling either.
He gives the power of hope. What is this? Pandora's box?
Pandora's box is evil.
But hope lies within it.
Pandora's box had frogs in it. I've already found that bit.
Pandora's box has jewelry?
No, it contains all the evil in the world. But
There's
also,
probably another 4 or 5 of these fucking muckets.
Hey. 2 weeks to have a puppy. Sorry, I'm very distracted by that. He's adorable.
oh, that was weird.
So yeah. I would say what do you guys do, but we're missing a player at the moment.
Well, I'm going to take off my mask for once. I'm horrified.
Jesus Christ.
Clean it.
Takes off the mask, you're cleaning it, your face looks horrible. Stoney, you are currently in the arms of Dovin because you did not want to leave that room. You had more questions.
I
You
left the
also,
room.
missed a perfect parody of Stoney.
Yeah. Just you
My
have to look here and watch the video. I don't have a timestamp to give you.
I will watch it at some point.
5 minutes ago. She started.
There's this glowing beacon of bright white light from the building into the sky, and you have the faintest glimmer of hope in the back of your mind now.
I'm gonna die quickly.
It's so pretty.
It hurts your eyes when you stare at it directly.
It's like
Don't look the other way.
So, with that matter resolved, what do you guys want to do?
Well, we have a glimmer of hope. I guess we go find this emerald.
Does that glimmer of hope manifest in any way?
No, it's just a feeling.
All right.
Get this feeling anymore. What do we do now? What do we do now?
I suppose we probably do one more quick once over of the place to make sure there's nothing worth jacking and then leave.
So, you guys want to just search over the building real quick?
Yeah.
See what's left. Hopefully not run into any more very dangerous monsters like that zombie beholder I've been talking about for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We'll find it.
Hopefully, if anybody finds it, it's not Stony.
So yeah, there's in the main room, there's the main courtroom. There's the 2 stone balconies in the main foyer, balusters carved to resemble knights in shining armor support their elegantly carved stone railings, weapons, and shields festoon the walls, whatever festoon means. I'm guessing adorning the walls. Lost my place. Along each of these walkways, while the alabaster busts of handsome men flank hallways that lead north and south away from the foyer at the west end of the balcony. The archway now at the end of each balcony is an archway that leads to a spiral staircase going up. All of this you would already know because you've been through there. As you search the rooms, though, there are 2 bedrooms. The first of which, at the south end of the room, has collapsed, exposing the chamber to the elements. Few furnishings lie broken and fallen under debris. From the level above, this is the wrong place. Anyway, moving on. Along the south alcove, it doesn't have the listing for the next bedroom, apparently. Along the south alcove, the red velvet curtain hangs. There's a red velvet curtain that hangs from the front of the alcove in the southwest corner of the hall. It ripples ever so slightly. There's a black cloth covering something atop a white marble pedestal.
That sounds like a thing.
We go look at the thing.
Unless it's the skull and it was on top of a different pedestal somewhere in the house when we found it.
So, beneath the black cloth is the severed head. At first, it seems like a severed head of Lord Argynvost. Then you quickly realize that it is a painted clay bust of him.
Oh, that makes sense, considering we just restored his actual head.
Yeah. It would have been weird for it to be over here all of a sudden, like just following us, like, "Hey, don't take my shit."
It has inscribed on it for Millie.
I'd probably take the bust if it did.
No, I don't doubt that you wouldn't take the bust.
Along the north alcove, a red velvet curtain hangs from in the front of the alcove in the northwest corner of the hall. The alcove is empty except for the narrow windows along the back walls. And when you guys leave this area, if you open up the curtains and look outside, you see whatever's outside. You can leave. When you come back, the curtains are closed again. So that's a neat thing it does. There is a bathroom. The room contains an iron tub, and it has wood paneling on the walls. Ew. That rise to the height of 3 feet. Above the paneling are walls painted with continuous faded mural of a mountainscape.
I want to memorize this mountainscape because I have a feeling I'm going to need to know this.
You recognize this mountainscape.
Oh.
When you looked into the locket.
Oh.
Rainwater seeps through the cracks in the ceiling this is the storage room. Rainwater seeps through the cracks in the ceiling, flows into a pool on the sagging wooden floor. Pools fill about half of the room. The pool fills about half of the room. Bare stone shelves line the walls. That'd be the storage room. Along the chapel balcony, now that you guys actually have a chance to look at the balcony without being attacked and assailed, the wooden balcony overhangs the mansion's chapel, and a exquisitely carved wooden throne rests in the west end between 2 doors, and narrow archways lead to the spiral staircases going up and down. Hanging from the high ceiling is an iron chandelier with candle holders shaped like tiny silver dragons. Silver dragons seem to be everywhere in this place.
You know, I'm glad we actually get to look at this room this time.
Yeah, last time I was running around trying not to die.
That's a lot of silver.
Yep.
Really? No.
Right, Millie's trying to reach for the chandelier.
Millie's already climbing up one of the curtains.
Dovin just grabs her and pulls her down.
What the hell is that? Fine.
He's just carrying you by like the cuff.
To be fair, I already have a lot of silver on me I need to get rid of.
He's like, that. You have a silver allergy.
That's not necessarily true, but fine.
Everything seems to be trapped around here.
That is.
I have an idea. But Stony presses a button on his gauntlet. The front palm ejects off of it and goes up to. What do you want?
I was going to take one of the silver dragon thingies off of the chandelier.
The mage hand goes up and tries to grab one of the dragon things and bring it back down.
So as it grabs it and it pulls like up, you can use it to pull up and down and over, and it's moving the chandelier all over the place. And you hear the wood above the chandelier cracking and groaning.
All right, we're not doing that anymore. And he just calls the mage hand back, and it fits back on his hand.
It slowly stops swinging. You still hear the cracks.
Oh,
a bit of debris falls from the ceiling onto the floor.
Yeah, we're not getting that for you.
There's a chandelier. That means there's just a chain holding up. Why not just break the chain that's holding it?
You're spending a lot of time on the chandelier.
No, I'm just saying. In character.
Wood is also easier to break. You ever tried punching a chain?
Yes, multiple times.
Once again, the monk is also barbarian.
Wait, you know what? When I'm leveling up, that's what I'm doing now. I'm going barbarian.
Of course you are.
Fist of Rage.
Rage and then Fury of Blows.
Oh, yeah, that sounds fun.
Oops, I helped break a character.
Don't worry, it'll lower his AC.
Actually, my wisdom's higher than my constitution.
Take the lower one when you combine the.
Yeah, you take the lower one.
They're equal.
Oh. You guys already know about the T-shaped hallway, the guest room, the knight's quarters, the other knight's quarters. You guys know about the northwest guest room. Millie is intimately familiar with the staircases. On the next floor, there are more ruined bed chambers. Most of the chamber is collapsed. The wooden floor is strewn with rubble and falls away into a foggy abyss to the south. The roof overhead is jagged and broken.
I throw a rock down the foggy abyss to see if I hear it land.
You watch the rocks fall in and the mist swirls. You never actually hear it land. Dovin pretends to push it.
What about this place? This is where I would have tripped the revenants. Just bye.
Out the whole madness.
We need to remember about this weird misty hole into a death door if we ever really need to get rid of somebody. Just push them down that.
There's a
Remember hearing tales about Sparta warriors. and
connected
stuff like
to
this.
the bed chambers. There is another room that has tiled floor and an iron bathtub filled with debris from the collapsed roof. A torn curtain hangs in an open doorway to the center of the east wall. There's also a gallery. It doesn't tell me where that goes, by the way. It just says it's there. There is an upstairs gallery. This room has dark wood paneling on the walls that rises to a height of 3 feet. Above the paneling, walls are painted with murals of religious figures performing holy rites. In the center of the west wall is a tattered curtain hanging in an open doorway. 3 tall, slender, stained glass windows set opposite to the wall depict figures in white robes and orange sunrises above their heads. A lot of Lathander imagery here. Or all modern, if you're an older gamer.
Yes, this is from the mid to late modern period of Lathander worship. There's a door.
Well, hold on. Let me see where the hell it goes. If it even says. So basically, you get into this room by going through the crumbled up bathroom. That's the door they're talking about. So the map and the descriptions are on different pages.
Right.
I'm trying to puzzle it together. It would help if it was like in order. Directly across the hallway from that, though, is some kind of audience room. As in, like, there's a big chair. Hold on. The west wall of this 50-foot long room, 30-foot wide audience hall, 50-foot long, 30-foot wide audience hall has crumbled, leaving a gaping hole in a pile of rubble. Weapons and shields that once hung from walls have fallen to the floor and succumbed to rust and decay. A large wooden throne carved to resemble a dragon with unfolded wings faces 3 tall windows to the west. Slumped in the throne is a gaunt, armored figure with one gauntlet wrapped around the hilt of a greatsword.
We probably shouldn't touch him.
I think Dovin used that great sword.
And at the same time, that does look like a nice greatsword, and Dovin does like great swords.
Dovin grabs a great sword.
Yeah, don't want to do that.
You guys want to leave it alone?
Don't
Really?
want to grab the great
How much skills?
What was that, Connor?
If Dovin were here, would he or would he not grab the great sword?
Dovin? I'm going to say Dovin probably wandered off looking for wine in this place. He
No,
found
but
it
if he were
once. If
here.
Fair enough.
A great sword.
he were here, he would grab it, but he's not here.
Stony's gonna have everyone back up, and he's gonna mage hand to try and get the sword. How heavy are great swords normally?
So, as you grab the greatsword, roll. I'm just kidding.
No.
Mage hand
Don't
tries
worry,
to
safe.
the mage hand tries to pick it up, and it can't. The sword doesn't move.
You happy?
It seems to be too heavy.
Let me see if I can snake this thing out just in case it is a crazy, scary monster thing. I want to try and sneak up to it and whittle that sword out.
So, the way that the chair's sitting, because it's like on a raised platform, so when you try to grab it, being your short self, there's no way you're gonna be able to pull it off from the side. You're gonna have to like go to the front to grab it.
Right.
So you go to the front, like you wiggle the armor and everything because curiosity gets the best of you. Because why wouldn't it? You're a halfling, and it remains lifeless. So as you grab the greatsword and you
Like its skull.
yeah, it does nothing. If you grab the greatsword and pull it towards you, the the whole body falls forward onto you, and you're underneath it.
I guess I pull your armor up.
Kind of worm my way out with this sword.
Okay, so
Oh no, no, attacking!
I don't doubt that Sony would. I don't doubt that Sony would think that is hacking.
I'm making a new notes sheet. That's what's taking me so long.
Oh no, it's fine, Stony. It's just fell on me.
Oh. Do you want help getting it off of you?
Oh, I'll get there eventually.
Okay, so you get out of it. You acquire the greatsword. Also, when it falls back out of the chest plate, it looks like silver, but Meavy's means Millie's DVIs recognize that it's platinum. It is a platinum symbol of the Morning Lord.
Ooh.
Bowl? Like
Huh?
bowl? A platinum what?
It's a
Platinum symbol.
it just says where's a platinum holy symbol of the Morning Lord.
Symbol. I only heard bowl, so I was like, a bowl? Like, what is...
Platinum bowl. They were
Yeah,
so.
This plate armor just had a platinum bowl inside of it.
I found weirder. I put it in a bag.
So it looks like a sun, basically, made out of platinum. And then yeah, you have the great sword, which will be fun for Doe to get back. So I'll write down here. So I remember.
So is it a good sword? No, it's a great sword.
Or is it a cursed sword?
Just so everyone knows, it is a +2 great sword.
Oh, fun.
Oh. That's pretty
Someone's
good.
going to be happy with that. Millie brings gifts.
Oh, there we go. Man, I gotta say, you guys did not light the beacon and then you came in here. This would be bad for you.
We didn't like the beacon.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, yeah, this guy probably would have been a revenant.
This guy was a revenant. There was gonna be 6 phantom warriors.
Are you messing with us? Are you
No, that's all in the book.
Yeah, if you're curious, Brandon, I'm just guessing that we came here early.
Just a little, maybe 1 or 2 levels. I'm fairly certain it's supposed to be one of the closer to the end places you go to.
Oh, at least the revenants go.
Considering it's also really close to the back of the book. Well, that's fun. Okay, oh, the treasure's not here. The order, we already went through that.
Princess is in a different castle.
There's an empty closet. Not relevant. The main bedroom. Light enters the circular room through 5 cracked windows. Light falls on a large dust-covered bed in the center of the room. It's post topped with wood carved dragons, because why wouldn't it be? 2 large animals flank the double doors. One is a brown bear standing on its hind legs, its claws outstretched. The other is a dire wolf, its face frozen in an evil snarl. Near the wolf lies an empty wooden chest. Okay, lies a wooden chest. Now you know it's empty, because fuck me.
I mean, we obviously open it and find out it's empty.
Right.
Yeah, I imagine a lot of this search is just like a montage of us taking our time going through the building because we can.
Yeah. I'm trying to just hit the highlights here. Argymust has a study. The room is a haven for dust and cobwebs. 3 narrow windows allow slivers of light to illuminate bare oak shelves along the walls and torn padded chair lying on its side near the cavernous hearth. A picture above the mantel has been slashed, its lower half hanging down below the frame like a torn piece of flesh. That's fucked up. An iron door set in the south corner of the west wall hangs open on one hinge. Which
Yeah, that's not suspicious.
I believe, actually, that leads to something important.
The beholder you keep talking about.
Yeah, roll initiative.
If it makes you feel better, one of us is actually at the suggested challenge rating level for a beholder in a median encounter.
I'm kidding. You don't actually have to roll initiative. I like how Connor was rolling.
For the rest of you.
No, I was just grabbing my dice. They were over there.
The walls of
Oh, Jesus Christ.
the walls in this room are lined with lead. Emptied chests and shattered vases lie strewn upon the floor. The contents have been plundered long ago. More bedroom crap. More dragon gargoyles.
Jealous of whoever managed to plunder this place without getting murder fucked by revenants.
More draconic writing.
I want to copy down
ballistas,
the writing, but we go past that
turrets.
one.
One weird squiggles. Stone
He's
80.
going to take the running of this too.
That's basically everything.
Those
Alright.
Not really.
No,
There does
really.
not seem to be coats here, Stony.
The cellars or basement.
It would be flooded and gross.
We could take a detour from this whole thing for Dovin's sake and go to check out that winery, or
Yeah, I'll go check out the winery for
we
Dobin.
could try and hunt down this hag that Dovin and I have a bit of a history with. There's a few things we could do.
First.
Let's go try and find that hag.
We have an idea.
Doesn't matter, but you don't like her, so
Do you know things about hags, about how we could look into finding her?
you like making deals.
Right? But you use bait.
I don't know if she's going to make deals with us anymore. I threw a dagger at, I suppose, her daughter. I'm not really sure.
She might make a deal with me.
That's fair. She don't know you. Oh, and fun fact, she might be the person who gave me that feather problem.
Oh,
Oh wait, any changes in his appearance?
Not really. Her appearance? No.
No. Okay.
Every now and then you do find like a random feather on her cloak or something, but not really.
Just start saving them.
Smooth black feather. Like it's
No.
still fuzzy.
Nah. No.
So, here's heading out. Which direction would you like to head? Would you like to go down the road? You do know from previous descriptions that if you cross through the mountains behind this place, it'll take you over to the Amber Temple. And
If
you're
we
pretty.
head out towards Barovia, we can go towards the winery.
The winery would be up the road.
let's go to the winery. It's been a long time since something good has happened.
What if something terrible happens there, too?
Then we can drink to forget.
I mean, if we go to Barovia, I can get back at the shopkeeper who pissed me off. He sells things for much more than they're worth, and it's not good. It's probably damaging for people and adventures in general.
Actually, a pretty good description is Barovia is a lot like Castletown after Ganondorf takes over.
Everything's still expensive.
In Zelda Ocarina of Time, obviously. If you don't know that. Get an N64, get Zelda Ocarina of Time, and educate yourself.
I'll buy an N64 Classic when it comes out.
What?
When the Nintendo 64 Classic comes out.
Talk about that later. So the winery. You guys do know it's up the road, so that's where we want to go. I have flipped through this book too many times. That is the third time today I've opened straight to the page I needed.
Nice.
Awesome.
You guys are holy crap. Where are you?
We're going to the winery.
I know that.
I can bust. Hold.
I know that as well. Argenvall. Argenvlargen.
Largan toast.
Jargon Mark.
What is Millie gonna do when she meets Mordenkainen?
Oh, that's probably easier for her.
Mercury?
Because that's a person who will be kind of impressive.
Kind of?
Argenvoss is just a dead guy.
Whereas Argenvost is a dead guy who lived in some ruins. Yeah.
That's Perez.
And Billy honestly knows Krevin's name. She just likes to fuck with him.
I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that in the slightest.
I enjoy that.
It's Millie's ideal. Everyone can and should be fucked with.
I'm already ugly. I gotta wear this terrifying cat mask. It usually has blood coming out of it. I just need a
And on
break.
her list of people that she is currently screwed with is even people up in the upper echelons like Strong. Like, she has followed that ideal.
Look, it's not my fault you chose Asmir and this happens.
I forgot this happened.
I didn't
No
know
one
that
said my
happened
name.
when I had an ASMR.
I'm horrifyingly ugly.
It did happen, but you weren't alive long enough to talk about it.
I was just like, oh, I'm a dead guy now. That's neat.
Oh, well, I'm apparently not cut out for this. Bring in a different guy.
Bring out your dead.
Okay, so
Two horrible things happen to us on the road.
Are we time vampires again?
actually, yes.
God damn it.
So as you're walking up the road, Millie, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
13 plus 2, 15.
So, the rest of you see Millie suddenly just kind of stop while you guys are walking down the road, and she gets this far away look. She kind of blinks over, kind of like when she opened to lock it.
She opened the locket again. Stop opening the locket, woman.
And then you see
No,
her face begins to elongate, and then starting from the elongation, it begins to turn black, and from there, black feathers sprout from her head. Her arms turn to wings. She begins to shrink. She's the size.
Shrink.
She's the size of a very small raven,
Oh man.
and just flies away.
Wait, Melody, you have our stuff.
Tony points after her, screaming, "Feather problem! Feather problem!"
Melody! I chase after.
She flies off over the woods.
She
So,
probably gives you a feathered bird.
Roll a
I have
dexterity.
question.
Hold on.
Would a whole person work on her in bird form?
10.
You run into a tree. You're staring up at him, and you bam!
Really? Where are you going? I'm very confused.
And then just seconds later, she's gone. Sorry. Yeah, I guess you could try to use hold person.
Okay. Millie, make a wisdom save.
Oh, so that's a 3 plus. Not good.
All
Bye.
right. So, Millie is paralyzed.
So as she's flying away, she's about 40 feet in the air when you finally get it out.
That's fine. 4d6
And then
is
the whole
not
person
much.
she's paralyzed, and then she just drops.
I run to catch.
So
Wait, I run to catch.
you're on the ground, remember?
I hit a tree, didn't say it fell.
Roll a dexterity check.
Me?
Yeah. Dexterity saving throw, sorry.
30 saving throw?
DC 14.
I made 13.
Oh. That's a lot of damage.
It's all right. Even max won't matter.
Millie, you take 12 points of falling damage.
Can I uncannily dodge? Probably not.
No, it's not an attack.
That's all right.
No, gravity is attacking her.
That's not how that works. Try to Pat Rothfuss this shit.
What dodge gravity?
So you have a frozen bird stuck on the ground,
Not frozen, paralyzed. She's limp.
paralyzed. Sorry. Little bird tongue sticking out the side of her mouth.
And I probably have to roll my next save now.
I'd poke Millie.
If it's every round anyway.
No, you're just like this for a while.
I guess we put Millie in a net.
And then, do you have a net?
I actually don't know.
When he has a mage hand.
And it'll hold 10 pounds. She's definitely weighs less than 10 pounds now.
Yeah. We'll know when she turns back because then we'll just hear a poof.
Just a thud.
I mean, I could always just tie a piece of rope to her foot.
So
Or-
she's like a raven balloon?
Kind of at this point, yes.
She is an unofficial familiar.
So he's just like,
Most
yeah,
familiar.
I got a familiar out of nowhere. It used to be my friend, but
Now that the bird's peck is based off of Dex and I get sneak attack on it, right, motherfucker?
yeah. Absolutely.
I'm talking to Stony. World's most dangerous raven.
I guess I could tie a rope to the little pole to her
God,
talons.
that is a dangerous peck.
We gotta get her like a falcon cover.
Okay, so how are we restraining Millie? Because the paralyzation only lasts so long, right?
I think I re-roll a save every
Concentration up
6
to 1 minute. At the end of each of its turns, it can make another wisdom save.
Like this.
You're just gonna hold her?
Hold her until you can tie her up.
Okay, so you're being held by zombie angel boy.
Very gently, not crushing you. I know it's like to have
I
wings.
failed my first of the next saves. And after 12 seconds, I come out of it.
You're just like, why am I in someone's hands now?
My phone just let me know that we are live. Did you know that? It's crazy.
Oh,
Wait.
never could have imagined.
So, yeah. Eventually, after a minute, Millie Bird.
Another bird.
I'm trying to think of a pun, but I can't come up with one.
The Billy.
Anyway, the raven starts squirming and try to get away from you.
Would it really be that hard for me to hold bird?
Millie, roll an attack roll.
You're gonna attack a niner.
Not great. 7 plus 7 for 14.
What's your AC?
Just one above that. 15.
Okay, so you in were-raven form with no control over your body. You're getting pecking around. Can't quite get to his hand. He's got you in just the right spot. Krevin obviously knows how to hold birds.
Apparently, I'm the bird whisperer.
That's a canon thing now.
I'm the bird whisperer. The wings make sense now.
After a couple hours of walking, the bird begins to expand and turn back into Millie, and you just kind of drop her on the ground.
Sorry, Millie. You okay?
Millie,
Yeah,
you remember?
probably got a short rest in there somewhere.
Yeah. But yeah, You don't remember any of it, Millie.
Where am I?
You were a bird. A raven to be exact.
Oh, that's weird. So I thought it was just a dream thing.
No. I'm very confused.
Kind of sore, too.
Oh,
Why did you turn into a bear?
Is there a reason I'm sore?
you fell out of the sky?
Is there a
Yeah,
reason I fell out of the sky?
Well,
I
I
was just-
might have
I was feeling.
maybe cast a spell on you.
I was feeding her breadcrumbs as we were walking.
That's rude.
Oh, damn it.
Lily had Millie eating out the palm of my hand.
I tripped Krevin.
Kevin, roll a dexterity save.
Where's our D20? 14.
You're fine. You stumble over Millie's leg. Surprised that she could actually make you almost fall on your face.
Girl!
Oh my god, it could be
It's out next time.
so. If Millie was a millennial, you could offend her by making your warning signals caw, appropriating her culture.
That's all right. She'll just appropriate one of his eyes.
I think one's actually missing because of the curse.
Okay, so from now on, in combat or otherwise, you can use an action to change into your either the full raven or the hybrid form, which is interesting with being a halfling.
It's a very short world.
Very small. Yeah, it's essentially a Kenku.
It's even smaller than it. It's small Kinku. That's baby Kinku.
But it's weird because the feathers would be patchy
Baby
in
Koo!
the hybrid form. So it kind of look like a kenku with mange.
All right. Millie thinks about it for a little while, probably like an hour on the road, and then runs towards Krevin, jumps, and changes into a raven landing onto his shoulder. And pecks at his ear.
Stony just looks to her like, "Can I make you a familiar?"
I don't think. I don't know if I could mimic all of that.
Were raven can mimic simple sounds that is heard, such as a person whispering, a baby crying, or an animal chittering. A creature that hears the sounds can tell their imitation with a successful DC 10 Wisdom and Sight check.
Baby cries.
Just directly into my ear, huh?
Just all some.
Loud, obnoxious baby cries. I want you to hear it across town.
That was my daughter when she was a baby. Woke up the whole maternity ward the first night she was born. So yeah, once you guys come up to the crossroad where the sign tells you Argon, there wasn't a sign for Argonboss, I believe it was just a blank sign. And then north points Lake Baratuk. And then the other one, the one that would point to the east, would say Valaki.
In probably the most disturbing display that he's ever seen. Can I do kind of a reverse hybrid where I make a head too big for the raven to fly?
Oh
But
no.
like this deranged baby head on the raven so I can speak for a second. Like I gotta remain stationary while I have the scary baby head.
And you're on my shoulder, so people are gonna see this. There's gonna be so many questions of the bloody cat mask.
That's why I'm asking permission.
The bloody cat mask and the baby head raven.
Because I don't think the raven would be strong enough to do anything but stand with that head, but it would be hilarious.
Only because this happened in Barovia. And this is this group, I'm gonna say yes. Yes, I'm gonna let that happen.
The people are gonna be so confused.
So when you look over, there's just a tiny Millie face, and she looks at you. I can scout ahead.
On the shoulder of a bloody cat mask man. The children.
And after saying I could scout ahead on the road that doesn't go to Barovia, the one that I assume goes towards the
Wizard, a winery.
Wizards of Winery, I switch back to Ravenhead, take to wing, and see if I can see anything in the distance.
I gotta figure out what this next little thing along the road is real quick.
I dare someone to come and try to fight us with the Millie head.
Funny enough, it's called Raven River Crossroads.
Oh,
So you fly up to the next intersection, and you land on the ground. You can turn into your human form if you wish to read, or you can stay in bird form. You see a weather-worn signpost next to the road. The three arms of the sign point along the three branches of the road. The arm pointing north reads Krisk, and through the woods you can see an arching stone bridge spanning a river. The arm pointing east reads Valaki, and the road slopes up gradually in that direction. The arm that points southwest reads the Wizard of Wines. The road slopes gently downward in that direction.
Spell Krisk.
Arezk.
Oh, Arezk. Erezk. Okay.
Krezk.
Yeah, Erezk.
Krisk. K.
Okay. Okay.
As in kite. Ite.
Fly back to him. I won't terrify him with baby head form. So there's a three way crossroads, including this road on the way ahead. One goes towards some place called Krisk that I haven't heard of, and the other one towards Wizards of Winery.
Say it 5 times fast.
Wizards of Wine Winery, Wizards of Wine Winery, Wizards of Wine Winery, Wizards of Wine Winery, Wizards of Wine Winery.
I said say it. Whatever.
You need a whole team of like.
Ha ha ha! Get it? I learned that joke in kindergarten and thought it was fun, hilarious ever since.
You need a whole team of weremonsters. Everyone needs to be infected with something. That has been
If
fun.
you keep fucking with Millie, you'll end up a were-raven pretty soon.
She's been pecking at me, so I'm pretty sure I'm infected now.
Only if she chooses to change you.
I do not need to be an angelic zombie raven.
But then how can you quaff?
How many things could I make you?
You could make him a half dragon.
There's also vampires here.
So, an angelic vampiric zombie.
My name's Kevin, and I'm an angelic, vampiric, were-raven, zombie, ASMR who works
With-
for
You don't have to be born a half dragon.
You
can
mean
be
bloodline?
born.
Is this whole thing is going to be what can we make Krevin now?
Maybe.
Have you ever
Because
met-
if so, I'm putting down with this. Let's do it. It could be fun.
So what's going on?
He probably doesn't conform to any normal genders.
I probably don't even have one at this point. It's all just lycanthropes at this point.
The closest thing you can identify to is refrigerator.
I was
Just
going to say Pop-Tart.
Pop-Tart. Perfect. I love it. Let's do it.
So we're changing your character's backstory.
Your gender is raspberry Pop-Tart without the frosting.
That's terrible.
With extra filling.
What happened to the game?
That's pretty
Remember when this was supposed to be creepy and scary?
And we've derailed it perfectly.
success.
Right. Creepy is definitely there.
Is it a lycanthrope game now?
Creepy was there with the baby head.
So, Millie, am I good? Am I infected or am I safe?
You're safe.
Yay. No zombie were-raven.
Really might try to infect Strahd, but
The vampiric were.
Yes, let's pitch
probably
Straw
won't work.
abilities. That's a great idea.
I'm actually a were shark.
Let's Velaki a were
Yeah,
shark.
but he's already lawful.
Sorry, I lost my page. There it is. So, yeah, follow the road to the Wizards of Wine Winery. It becomes a long, gravelly road. I need to find the page with the Wizards of Wine Winery.
Very nice.
Yes, yes, Argan Flargan.
Nip, nip, snip, nip.
Yes,
I don't
yes, Dragon Lost.
Are we in a dark place?
All of my
We're in Barovia.
region accent comes from Team Rocket when they pretended to be Vikings in the Pokemon movie.
Yeah.
When they make the joke, I didn't even know Vikings still existed, and then Ash says they mostly live in Minnesota, which was a joke I didn't get as a kid, but as an adult who watches NFL, I get it now, and I love the joke.
I guess it's better
Oh
than
my
James.
god, it makes sense now.
Apparently, Brandon's just figuring this out right now.
It's better than James winning a beauty contest
Or he
I do
dresses
love
as a
that, though.
woman.
dressed as a woman. I
Is
don't
that
know
what-
how people didn't figure him out in the bikini.
Mid episode.
I've seen the
Spoilers.
Porygon episode, by the way. They gave everyone. We're getting distracted again.
It happens.
It is my fault this time.
Success.
So
D&D,
we're on our
right?
way to the Wizards
Next
Winery.
level derailed when the DM's the one distracting.
I am changing the name of this series into D&D Railed.
D&D world. I love it.
Just kidding. That'll be the next series, probably, though.
Please. D&D world. I love it.
After a half mile, the road becomes a muddy trail that meanders through the woods, descending gradually until the trees part, revealing a mist-shrouded meadow. The trail splits. One branch heads west into the valley. The other leads south into the dark woods. A wooden signpost at the intersection points west and reads Vineyard.
If the road's muddy, I'm back in Raven form.
Are you flying or resting on someone's shoulder?
Flying. No need to be on the ground with the plebes. The mud. I'm just kidding. Definitely flying though, because I mean, why wouldn't you fly when you figure out you can fly?
Right.
Can we make Stony a weird groundhog?
A weird groundhog.
Yes.
Maybe a wereweasel. That'd be way cool.
Awesome.
Ferret.
Were ferret.
Come on. The stench would be twofold.
No, make Oven a were ferret.
Threefold.
I think you reach a whole new realm of smells at that point.
Threefold ferret stench is like fish in a barrel for a few days.
Along with some Dovin smell.
I mean, it fucked up that guard at Strahd's palace castle.
That did happen.
Used bottled Dovin scent to make a couple guards vomit while I snuck into a temple area.
Chapel.
And sauna covered the floor with grease to add to the shenanigans.
So if you guys head towards the vineyard, a light drizzle begins to fall. Unpainted fences blindly follow the trail. Apparently fences, see. Which skirts north of the sprawling vineyard before bending south toward a stately building. The fog takes on ghostly forms as it swirls between the neatly tended rows of grapevines. Here and there you see rope-handled half barrels used for hauling grapes. North of the trail is a large stand of trees. A man wearing a dark cloak and cowl stands at the edge of the trees, beckoning you. This is weird. I put the mirror thing on now, and everything's backwards.
That is what a mirror does.
Which means it's actually...
Now I land on Krevin's shoulder to just make him look like the most macabre motherfucker in existence.
And Stoney's just there like, hello!
I'm so macabre.
So we got half orc. Stony.
Are you gonna do the head thing?
This fucked up scene.
Are you gonna do the head thing?
No. I'm just a raven right now.
Are you sure you don't want to do the head thing?
The last time Millie went to a seemingly nice place, it had hags.
I mean, this place
Millie
isn't
doesn't-
nice right now.
Millie literally trusts nothing now. Remember how she treated the fucking priest that we met and that gave us some good advice? You sure you're not gonna fuck us? Like the 30 questions? Yeah, she don't trust people anymore. Barovia's messed with her.
Everything's a mimic now.
Everything's a mimic, especially the mimics.
No, the mimics are dragons.
There are actually 2 mimics. You kill the mimic, and inside the mimic is a smaller mimic.
Which is actually a polymorph dragon.
Russian nesting mimics.
Or Chuska doll mimics.
Notes for later. I play a goblin druid who believes that everything you see is a mimic.
I played.
What if he's a mimic?
He's gonna die of a heart attack.
He's been right a grand total of 1 time.
And it attacked the turtle.
It almost ate you.
And the turtle is just too big for everything.
Well, I mean, when you play with...
I know. I planned it because I knew it was going to be Legend of
It
Zelda.
is a
game.
Zelda game.
I know. That's why I did it.
Stoney's gonna wave at the man in the black robes.
Are you just going to wave and walk on, or are you going to wave and walk over to him?
He's gonna
He
wave
doesn't
and walk
want to
over to him.
turn around and walk away. Bye.
It's up to you guys.
Don't walk
Stoney's
away.
walking up to the guy and he's saying, "Hello, I'm Stoney."
You're getting stoned.
Hold on, I got to read the guy's name. Oh shit, his name is Art Vlargen Toast.
What?
Man, Millie is gonna
This
be.
man is Dragon Boy.
So you walk, as you walk towards the figure, the cloak figure, there's other people that were standing around the trees, gather around him. They wear dark leather rain cloaks and cowls. The one that was beckoning you over tells you his name is Davian Martikov. Okay, so that you already know that. Hold on. So there's nothing about. Give me just a second here, guys. You can.
Remember, everyone, your favorite brand of bread, provided to you by Geeks on Dice, is Flargen Toast.
Argan toast.
And butter.
The only bread that comes toasted in the shape of a tomb.
Get yours now on sale.
And be sure to check out our line of the specialty champagne called Flargen Toast.
The drink.
Cheers.
The only champagne that tastes like bread in the shape of a tomb.
How do you know it's the shape of a tomb? We don't know.
It's to die for.
Literally.
You probably shouldn't eat it.
Coming soon to a store near you. Locations exclusive to Barovia.
You probably shouldn't be dragging this out so long.
The bit.
Get someone actually looking up Larkin Toast.
Website now.
Oh, we could make a full website. That would be fun. All right. Anyway, moving on. This got out of hand. So, yeah. David Flargen Toast. Davian Martikov. He's eyeing the strange figure in the cat mask. You cleaned the cat mask, right? Said you were cleaning the cat mask the other day.
Yeah, it should be clean by now. I probably still have some red remnants, but
The raven turns sideways just so it can like really eye it back. You know, like bird style,
Pet Kevin in the face real quick, and then look at him again.
probably.
At this point, she's not careful. I'm gonna get infected with a were-raven.
Only if she infects you with the venom. She doesn't have to do
Isn't that where the beak? Isn't it in the beak?
Yes.
God, she's got those terrifying goose teeth in there.
Oh no! Don't bite me. I don't want to be a were-raven.
Is it venom? I thought it was a curse.
It's just, who are you? I don't recognize any of you.
Well, like I said, I'm Stony. That's Dovin. That's Krevin. And the raven is Millie.
Wait, did you just say my name?
Why would you name a bird? Why is the bird on your shoulder? I don't understand.
Wait, did you say my name right?
Yeah.
Drops the knees. Yes!
The people like scatter behind him. They like back up.
Raven takes flight,
This
and it mimics the awful noise that he made.
is this one sick in the head?
It's been so long. You said my name.
He is. Oh, the poor thing. And you let him travel with you. Aren't you worried he'll hurt something like that bird? I read this book one time about a large man with small animals that keeps breaking their necks while petting them.
Don't worry. He doesn't pet animals.
You don't pet animals. Are you an animal hater?
I'm just in too much overjoyed right now.
And then he
to care
stops
about
for a minute
people.
and he kind of sniffs the air. And then he kind of haunches back and he jumps into the air and quickly turns into another raven and flies up to you, Millie.
So I got two ravens
That
on my shoulder.
wasn't expected.
I do my terrifying baby face.
Oh, no.
As you do so while you're in the
Immediately
air,
falls to the ground.
you just start falling to the ground.
Really, wait.
Turn into Millie form on the way. Ta-da.
He flies over and lands normally. He's like, I've never seen the gift used quite like that.
It's mostly just fun to screw with the mask guy.
Crying again, tears of joy. Well, tears of blood, joy.
What the fuck is that?
Joy!
Kevin,
Don't worry, he does that sometimes.
You should really see a cleric.
We've tried.
No, we haven't, actually.
Oh,
Stony
Millie and I were going to see a priest, and you didn't want to come.
a woman walks over and takes him. Like, oh, you poor thing. You got something in your eye. Why are your eyes? What the fuck is that? Oh, you poor thing, and pats you on the head. You're on your
Hey, please
knees.
don't remove the mask. You'll all scream in horror.
This is the first kind touch that he has felt since he arrived in Barovia. Does he just like break down crying?
And it's not even really like a loving embrace. It's like a
It's
Like
just some
hands away.
form of
Arm
affection.
length hug.
like it's okay, like a distant hug, as in like she's having it as little touching you as possible, but trying to make you feel like you're being hugged. So Davian starts introducing these people. He points his hand over to one and says,
After,
"This is Adrian, my
after he
eldest
says
son."
each name, Stoney's going to ask, are they a were-raven?
Hey, this is Adrian, my eldest son. Yes, Stony, he is. And Elvir, my youngest boy. Yes, he is too.
Are they pure bloods?
Stefana, my daughter. Yes, she is as well. We all are, I promise.
Were they pure bloods?
And this is my son-in-law, Dag.
No.
Is he
Yes,
a were-raven?
he is as well. Yes, I said all of them.
Is their mom a were-raven?
Yes, there are more.
Oh, I gotta make sure her mom's not their mom's not dead.
Stoney just bringing the crowd way down.
It's what we bring you for.
So also present are Stefana and Dag's 4 children, teenage son named Claudio, 2 young boys named Martin and Vigo, and a baby girl named Yolanda.
Is she a were-raven?
We don't know yet. She's still a baby?
Yeah, it seems a little offensive to ask Stony.
I just want to know if they can turn into birds.
He doesn't tell you anything about the mom. Doesn't say anything about her.
She's dead.
But he will tell you that he is the owner of this vineyard.
Are you a wizard?
What's that, Harry?
Well, as the sign would imply, no.
Oh, wizard Tony.
Hmm.
Another question. You had a shipment go missing.
That's unfortunate. We haven't been able to make any more either to send anything out. You see, we have a bit of a problem.
Vampires. Was that
Is someone eating your grapes?
No, not a vampire. And there's usually people eating our grapes.
Is it enough to cause a problem?
You big guy. No, you can't get drunk by just eating the grapes.
Oh,
It doesn't work that way.
Stony
smell
just kind of looks down at the transmutation stone in his goblet.
Wine grapes are super sour and not that tasty too.
I know. They should be packed full of sugar though. I mean, good wine grapes are anyway. That's why dry seasons are the best for wine. Now that's the thing you know. He says, no, someone has decided to.
Did someone kill your wife?
Wow, straight to the point.
That was a wow. Not leaving much for the imagination there, are you, Stony?
I don't know. You see, a group of people have moved into my house.
Why haven't you just kicked them out?
Because they
You're holding your wife hostage.
they brought quite dangerous creatures with them.
Roll insight.
Are they other wereravens?
If he's trying to tell us he's in danger.
No, they don't. They don't turn into ravens. Very few people can do that actually.
They
17.
turn into other creatures.
Seems to be very honest. He's being as honest and forthright as he can be.
I was trying to say if he was trying to tell us he was in danger. So
Oh yeah, he's telling you he needs help. He's outright telling you they need help to get their winery back going.
Do they turn into other things?
from the infection, that's enough.
Yes, they can turn into other things actually.
Such as...
Animals that are not ravens.
Werewolves, werebears.
Oh, so this is a lycanthrope place. I see.
Not like that.
What animals?
Like wolves. I think one turns into a bear. I think
Werebears are still lycanthropes, and you called me racist.
I think one turned into a goat and headbutted my son.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, show me infection. Kevin will help him with all of his might.
But will you help me?
It'd just be a gnarly
Go
group
on.
of druids.
What's that?
It'd just be a gnarly group of druids.
That sounds more right.
I'll
We
bring
met
back
a
the
crazy
steak.
one earlier. He had a mushroom. Mushroom's dead now.
Oh, that's very sad.
Crazy
Wait.
guy probably is too, though.
Like the fungus that you eat, mushroom?
Oh, it talked to us through its spores.
No, the other kind of mushroom, the one that kills you.
That's even
I don't know
weird.
if it would have killed us. We never ate it because it talked to us, and that would have been really fucked up.
Yeah, that's pretty weird, even for Barovia.
Forget his name.
Yeah, we'll help you.
Okay, with that decision made, we'll stop there for this week.
And
Having been kind to Kevin and shown him something he has not felt since entering Barovia, he will help him till his death.
So this has been session
to
7.
help him because he needs wine.
And Millie should be helpful because she's also a were-raven, but you know, Millie's Millie, so who knows?
Stoney's here because why not?
This were raven and dive bomb with
It sounded like fun at the time. So, this has been session 17 of Cards on Dice, of course. As always, I will eventually put links in the description for Connor's channel, Versatile Diecaster. I haven't the last video yet, but I should today, as well as the Geeks Talk with Connor McNeil. That guy right there. Yeah. We talked about a bunch of stuff. Elementals, Draconica, sorry. Which he claims to have claimed before Critical Role, but I mean, I'm just saying.
I'm being real with you. They probably used the name first, but I had no idea they used it.
I like that honesty.
Yeah, that's an honest man there.
And besides, Critical Role does Draconia.
Kanye is different.
Yeah, different.
Draconica is something totally different.
Unless we're
It has a C.
Spanish, and then it's just the difference between masculine and feminine. But other than that,
Got an extra letter, and that's all that matters.
And then also, as always, check out the Absolute Tabletop official RPG group on Facebook, where we meet all these lovely people. You can find me and Brandon and Connor and Mikhail all talking on different posts and comment boards, and I post a lot of memes there, and then usually ask questions to go with those memes.
I should contribute.
It's a great place to inspire creativity. I use it all the time to get ideas for my games, both my homebrew games and this one. You can see the glow from my phone on my face right now because I'm looking up something to reaffirm something. Okay, right here. So, coming up Wednesday, September 26th, there will be a new Geeks Talk, a very special one for me, and I'll tell you why when we get to that video, with WASD20's Nate will be joining me. Well, Nate from WASD20, however you want to say it, will be joining me for Geeks Talk, and that's pretty exciting. We have no clue what we're talking about yet, but we'll figure it out. So links to all the previously prescribed channels and pages and all that stuff at some point in the description, as well as a subscribe button somewhere on the screen for Connor's channel, as I have been doing. Until then, bye-bye, everybody.
Yay. Peace out.
Alicia and Cosmo.